What's up, Cancer, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. So guys, as promised, I'm going to be doing 3 bonus videos for you guys. I literally just posted the polls like a day or two ago. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the top choice right now, which is love. I know a lot of you were upset and you didn't want to go the love route, but finance is in second right now. So I'm gonna do love right now. I'm going to give you guys some time to continue to vote. So I'm gonna get the August readings out, and then I'll do the last 2 bonus ones once I have those videos out to give you guys time to see which ones you really want, but you will be getting 2 more, okay? So let's see what's going on, and I'm gonna read for the month of August since we're pretty much done with July at this point. And let's see what you guys can expect. So keep in mind, guys, I do post daily energies every day on Instagram, High Vibrations 44, if you want to check that out. And then any information about personal readings is in the description below, okay? All right, so what is going on for Cancer in love, August 2019? This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Cancer signs. All right, guys, so we have your past. Let me just adjust this a bit. All right, so past, present, and future. All right, Cancer, let's talk about it. So the energy that we have here is the Two of Swords. So when you have the Two of Swords as an energy, it's somebody making a very stern decision, okay? With the Strength card in the reverse, you have the 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. It's like for some of you, the decision that you're making could be a difficult one. You may choose to do something that's debilitating because maybe something that you were working on, you know, there could have been some sort of betrayal. Maybe somebody was cheating in a way, or somebody was just, you know, unreliable. But I see you guys, if anything, working to really put something in the past. So let's talk about it. So going into your past, guys, the first card that you have is the Emperor in the reverse. So this is someone who's being dishonest, someone who's wearing a mask, someone who's, you know, either not being true to those around them or not being true to themselves about maybe what they want. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Swords. So some sort of foul play that was happening here. And with the Ace of Swords, yes, this talks about going into new beginnings, but the biggest thing about this is cutting out something that was BS, all right? Something that was just too conflicting. So for some of you, maybe you had just a new beginning because you walked away from someone. So now it's just like a new beginning in life. That's what I feel for a lot of you. For others, maybe you could have had someone new come in, but I don't really feel that too much. But with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, whatever this was, you know, caused a great loss. For some of you, maybe you lost money in this as well, especially if it was like a divorce. So you have the 8 of Cups here as your next card for the past. So that is moving away from something that's difficult for you to let go of. All right, we have the 7 of Cups in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, guys, I know I say this every single reading, but for those who are new, all of the energies here could be transferable. So it could be something that you guys are doing, or it could be something that someone is doing to you. But honestly, somebody here walked away from a situation that they were fed up with. They tried everything. They put so much time and investment into something, and it just, you know, it wasn't working out the way that they wanted it to. With the 7 of Cups in the reverse, if there's any sort of delusion, illusion, anything that, you know, a person was uncertain of, this is everything kind of just falling on the table and you having to, you know, adjust accordingly. The last card that we have here, guys, is the King of Swords in the reverse. So most of the time, 99% of the time, this is going to be someone who could be abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally. Someone who's just very selfish, narcissistic. Like, they don't care about anyone else or who they're hurting or, you know, what they're affecting. They just care about how they benefit from everything. So for some of you, maybe you were dealing with this sort of malicious energy, whether it was coming from you or another person. But in another case, like I said, 99% of the time, that's what this means. But this card, which is now the energy, talks about avoiding conflict at all costs. So on another spectrum, this could also be a person who has been pushed to such an extreme Now they have to protect themselves at an extreme, where people might say, oh my God, you're doing too much, you're doing the most. And it's just like, no, you have no idea what I went through. Like, I cannot let myself move forward with this anymore. So it's just a very strong way of protecting yourself. And it's like you're kind of pushed to protect yourself in that way. So we have the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Cups in the reverse. So this is burdening. It's not something that you wanted to go through. It's not something that you wanted to do. It makes you sad to do this or to see it happen. But you accept that that's the right path to accept this loss, okay? With the 4 of Wands in the reverse, there was just something that was just too unstable. And although the transition out of it could be unstable, you're moving past it. You're seeing it for what it is, and you know that it's not going to work out in the way that you thought it would. Now, for all of you watching, it doesn't have to be that everyone went through a breakup. It could just be, you know, maybe there's some sort of issue between two people, and now a person saying, look, you know, not that I'm going to leave you or anything, but this is unacceptable, and we can't move on and, you know, continue doing things in this way. So that definitely could have been, you know, a route that some of you took. Now, guys, at the end of this, I am going to pull cards of advice for singles. I'll pull cards of advice for couples, and then I'm going to pull cards on those who are kind of in the gray area. So, like, you're not technically in a relationship, but you would have someone call you and curse you out if you were to get into a relationship. So that sort of bullshit energy. But let's get on with the present moment. So the first card that you guys have is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So this is promiscuous energy. This is someone who could be talking to more than one person. At minimal, this is going to be someone who could be emotionally unstable, but let's see why this is here. And it could be your energy because it is the Knight of Cups. But to be fair, the player cards only come up in fire and water. So you know, this leaves out earth signs, this leaves out air signs. So it could just be anyone who's just not being honest. All right, we have the 3 of Swords in the reverse and the Empress card in the reverse. So it's like someone is upset about something that they have let go of. And I feel like for a lot of you, you could just be going out and trying to do anything you can to forget and to heal. And so maybe you're out there talking to a lot of people, just trying to keep yourself entertained. But honestly, guys, with this energy, I don't see anyone that, you know, if this is you in this position where you're just trying to get your mind off of something, I just don't see anything at this moment that could really capture your heart. I see you just dealing more with the healing process of things. And why is Siri listening to me? Stop it. Sorry, just getting adjusted to this new Mac. So the next card that we have for the present moment in love, and this is the center of this entire spread. So this is what all the energy is going to tie into. You guys have the Tower card. Okay, I'm not surprised. Or just, you know, at the time that most of you will be watching this, we'll already be in August, but July was all about retrogrades, eclipses, all this, you know, transformative energy that hits people kind of hard. So, you know, you're going through a lot of inevitable changes, and it's like, the ground beneath you is just really shaking up, and you have to just adjust to these extreme changes. These changes, whether you felt they were good or bad, is something that's going to bring you balance for sure. Okay, but you have to realize that something was just too tumultuous. You couldn't deal with it anymore, so you had to let it go. Okay, this is actually something that brings you balance. So for some of you, maybe you're dealing with the Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. For others of you, it's just showing that you find more balance with just being away from whatever this was and not moving towards it anymore, okay? So the last card that you have for the present moment is the 9 of Pentacles. For those who are single, this shows you being self-sufficient, single, you know, standing on your own 2 feet. For those who are in a relationship, it shows that you're establishing a sense of self-sufficiency within the relationship, so that you don't want to look at it or feel like you're codependent or have that codependency in a relationship. We have the 4 of Cups in the reverse and 6 of Swords in the reverse. A lot of people are just accepting the fact that they have to be away from someone, or that they have to kind of break up with someone or let something go, and I just see someone having a hard time doing so. Okay, because it's like, if you're trying to build on this at this point, it's like, you know, in your heart and in your soul that your soul feels very uneasy with this. So I just see a lot of people just trying to really stand their ground through the adversity that they're feeling with this. Now, moving forward into the future, Cancer, the first card that you guys have is the 10 of Cups. So this is extreme happiness. This is extreme fulfillment. Let's see why this is showing up. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. And Queen of Cups in the reverse. So something happens where at a time where you're very upset that this thing wasn't working, something comes into your life that really makes you very, very happy. I still see you guys in a place where you're not getting yourself involved in any shit. And that's why things move forward in a very good way. So regardless of whether you're really hurting over this, whether you're angry over this, whether you still want that person back or not, it shows that because you don't do anything where you're forcing it or anything that could be too conflicting, that you find a good love that comes in. For some of you, maybe it's that same person, but for a lot of you, I don't feel like, it's that same person that comes in. I feel like it's someone new, but you're just not 100% over what you let go of. But happiness is right in front of you, so it's just a matter of being patient and allowing yourself to go through the motions and go through, just the changes that you're going through. The Moon card and the Six of Wands. So with patience and with time, it's like you have this epiphany as to why things had to happen, and you actually feel very good. You feel like you're victorious in another area in life. For a lot of you, you have very strong love that comes in, and this thing comes in, but it's like some of you are still kind of lost. So it's like you're allowing this new thing in, but you know that you're not 100% where you need to be emotionally. You have the Chariot. And you have the Star card. So it's funny because honestly, a lot of you, because what I always advise for people is obviously when you break up with someone, make sure that you're really over that person, or like fully over, or doing your best to get over that person before starting anything new. Because I feel like when we're out there looking for love and we're not over somebody, we tend to attract people who are not over other people, and then it's like, damn, like not only am I hurt about this person, but your ass is about to hurt me too. So in this case, I see that you guys are trying to go out and you're trying to heal and all that, but you actually come across something and it's just like, damn, this is actually, everything I've wanted in a person, but I'm not over this last situation. So that's where you kind of feel lost, where it's like, damn, I didn't expect this to come in, but it's here and I'm not over this, so what do I do? Okay, but it shows that regardless of, what happens, that you guys were meant to let something go. Okay, that now you're going to elevate on a much higher frequency with the next person that comes in. So I know it's going to vary for everybody, so let's get advice starting with singles. All right, so single Cancers, what advice does the cards have for you? You guys got the Sun card, Page of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Cups. Energy is the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So make sure that you're guarding yourself towards anything that you know is conflicting and making sure that that chapter has ended. Okay, you don't want to take the route where there's going to be any fighting, arguing, pettiness, any sense of competition that you feel in love. So you really have to realize that something was just a waste of time and effort. So let me clarify these three and we'll see the full story here. All right, guys, so there's going to be something that comes to light, okay? And this is going to be very disappointing to someone, all right? Where you have to reject something that is insincere, whether you're the insincere person or someone else is. And that you'll be okay, and this is something you can, if you go about it the correct way, you'll be able to amicably part ways with this. But you have a new beginning coming in that you're really going to be happy and celebrating. For some of you, this could be with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn specifically. So keep the past in the past. You guys have something new coming in, Cancer. All right, couples, let's see what's going on. What is the advice for couples for love in August? You guys have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Wands, and Page of Cups. Okay. So for couples specifically, it could be maybe a financial thing that, is causing problems, but it's showing that the burden is either going to be coming from not having finances where you need it to be, or maybe just not seeing eye to eye with this person. So there is a sense of you having to speak to your partner, and with the Page of Cups, just the way that this person would speak is it's someone who's gentle, it's someone who's very understanding, it's someone who's empathic, and who will listen. They're not going to take a stubborn approach to things. So let's clarify this. Emperor in the reverse. We have the Eight of Cups that flipped, and we have the Moon card. I see two things, honestly. I see two very specific situations. One where a person moves away from someone because of something that happened financially speaking. Someone just wasn't honest about something financially. So someone just felt burdened and they had to move away. So maybe someone had a lot of money and the other, the partner didn't know, and now they find out and they feel cheated by that. Or maybe someone's adding burden to someone financially speaking. But it's either that you're going to walk away from whatever's causing this financial burden, or you're just going to walk away from your partner altogether, because it's like someone is very happy because they're really excelling in a particular part in life, but they know that it's going to cause some sort of loss and that it might be difficult for them to move away from something. So maybe somebody is really going forward with something in a great way, and either the other person can't keep up, or maybe they just don't feel like they belong, that sort of thing. Yeah, I see someone possibly having a new successful beginning. And because of that, it could cause an ending. So that's very specific, very interesting. So you guys let me know in the comments if that applies to you at all. And lastly, for my loves who are in the gray area, I know that is never a fun place to be. But what is the advice for those who their heart is taken, but their Facebook status is not? Do one more shuffle here on the table. All right. For my gray area Cancers, what is the advice here? All right, guys, you have the Fool card in the reverse, the Strength card, the Hanged Man in the reverse. Not to move towards it. Okay, I had done this reading for Gemini, guys, and it said the same thing for those in the gray area, and I feel like it would say the same thing for anyone in the gray area. I feel like 99% of the time, if a person truly loves you and truly wants to be with you, they're going to do whatever they need to do that. I know a lot of us will always look for excuses as to why we can't be in relationships, but I feel like it usually comes down to the fact that it's just not the right person. Because if I have the right person in front of me, I don't give a fuck what's happening in my life. You're going to be in my life, and I'm going to love you. And I'm going to adore you. And we will make it work. So if they're not working for you, they ain't about it. And here it's saying you got to be strong. That it's not a good idea. Don't force it. Okay? I'll clarify it, but the message seems very clear here, guys. Page of Wands. Sorry, guys. My computer cut me off while I was shuffling. But the clarifying cards that you got was the Page of Wands, Tower card in the reverse, and the Three of Wands. So what's funny is, and not that it's funny, it's actually great, that you let go of something that was forced, that it just wasn't a good idea, it just wasn't panning out for you. But then because you do that, you dodge a bullet, you turn your back, you expand, a love offer comes in, or maybe you make an offer to someone and you're able to manifest something because you reject a situation. So if someone's in that gray area, guys, don't let them waste your time. Okay, that's all they're doing. Don't fight it anymore. Just let it go. And then that's when you start building and you have a passionate new beginning that comes in. Okay, so I see everyone capable of getting love. They just have to be honest with themselves about what's authentic in their life and what isn't. Okay, so pretty solid, Cancer. So again, guys, you can follow me on Instagram, High Vibrations 44. I post my daily energies there every day. And then for those who would like a personal reading, I did change everything around so they're more affordable now. You can find this at highvibrationswithliz.com. All of this is in the description below. So thank you guys so much, and I'll be back with some August readings. Take care.